Hey, who's on? I'm on both Facebook and Instagram. Hey, Ashley. Hello, Javier. Welcome back this week. Tonight's season 2, episode 16, Fancy Let's Talk About It, is all about forgiveness. Do you have the capacity to forgive? You absolutely have the capacity to forgive. We all do. So whether it's a matter of whether we want to or not. Welcome, Maximo. Welcome, friend. Welcome, everyone. Joshua, welcome. Sterling, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Tonight's all about forgiveness. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight on Fancy Let's Talk About It. Season 2, episode 16. All about forgiveness. We all go through a lot of things. People in our lives. People wrong us. Situations wrong us. Employers wrong us. Life wrongs us. It's all about forgiveness. What you put out is what you get back. If you walk around angry and hurt, you're going to be angry and you're going to hurt lots of people. Welcome, David. Tonight is all about forgiveness. Fancy, let's talk about it. Season 2, episode 16. All about forgiveness. Forgiveness is essential in order for you to move on to the greater parts of your life. So, we all have situations, like I was saying, in which we are hurt by someone that we care for or love. We are hurt by a system. We're hurt by the justice system. We are hurt by our family. We are hurt by decisions that other people make. We are hurt by our employer. We're hurt by everything around us. People that we thought might never hurt us. And it's all about forgiveness. We have to be in a position to where we will see what happened to us, assess the situation, welcome Marcus, and make a decision for ourselves to forgive. Not for the other person, in most cases, but more so for us, because we have to do that. It's necessary. We cannot grow, we cannot prosper if we do not forgive. It's imperative for us to forgive. You have to know how to do that. Welcome. We are on season 2, episode 16. Fancy, let's talk about it. Tonight is all about forgiveness. Hi there. How are you doing? Good to see you. I'm here fighting with a bottle of wine at this moment because I really need it. This is a tough topic for a lot of people, me included. I'm not any different. I'm a human being first, right? Over everything, I'm human, no matter what. So while I'm up here pouring up this wine, I want you to talk to me about forgiveness, right? What I'm drinking and sipping on tonight is Mark West Black. It's a Pinot Noir, 2016. That's what I'm sipping on. Usually I ask y'all what y'all sipping on. Usually I'm sipping on some coffee or a protein shake or something like that, but not tonight. Tonight I'm having wine. Let's get it. So we'll give them a couple more minutes before we're going. But yeah, forgiveness is absolutely essential. You must forgive in order to move on, to grow, to prosper in life. You have got to learn how to forgive. People are going to, and systems and institutions are going to wrong you, and you're going to have to learn how to forgive a whole lot more. Hey, Lisa, hello there. Welcome. Season 2, episode 16. Fancy, let's talk about it. It's all about forgiveness tonight. It's very hard, difficult to forgive. A lot of times we will suppress situations, leave them stuck in, forget about that, try to move forward. But the truth is if you never really face the demons that you have, and you never forgive the person or the situation, then you're not going to be able to move forward. Hello, hello. So what's up? I'm going to make sure that we have it turned up a little bit because, there we go. Because I had it down earlier today. I had an assistant in the office today helping me out. So we had it down a little bit. I was listening to some country music and some other kinds of music today. Moving on. That's what I was doing. Lisa, what are you sipping on tonight? Or have you? Tonight I'm sipping on Mark West Black Pinot Noir 2016. It's really smooth. I fell in love with Pinot Noir, Mark West. I don't know. I don't keep a tab. I just, whoever pops on, pops off. Hoping you're good. There we go. Instagram is funny like that, but I make it available on, I make it available on both platforms because some people have better access to Instagram. Some people don't even do Facebook at all, so I make it available to both, and then we can move over the Facebook version to YouTube so that I can get those views on YouTube and we can move forward. We're going to be taping pretty soon. So all about forgiveness tonight. I tagged Owen like he might be still at work, so I don't know. Not right now, sweetheart. I cannot be doing. I'm not doing any invitations for video right now. Right now we're doing a very serious topic. It's all about forgiveness. Oscar, welcome. So who else is here? Good to see you guys, and we're talking tonight about forgiveness. Tough topic, right? Welcome, Marvin. We're talking all about forgiveness tonight. Forgiveness is a tough topic. I think it's absolutely essential. Juan Carlos, welcome everyone. Be a little bit slow in here tonight, but we are definitely talking about forgiveness tonight. People do a lot of things to us that hurt us, our family, our friends, systems, institutions, employers, laws, rules, childhood, people being disrespectful, you name it. We can get our feelings hurt really badly. We can be, put in a position to where we are harmed, stolen from, relieved of something, abused, mistreated, underrated, unnoticed. Sometimes people don't even know what they're doing. Hey, look at the best photographer right there. How are you doing, sir? Good to see you. Very good to see you. So tonight our topic is all about forgiveness. It's forgiveness. Season 2, episode 16 is forgiveness. And forgiveness is hard because the initial injury is always a harder pill to swallow. And a lot of times we react with anger. Some of us react with anger. Some of us they will just retreat and pull back. Some of us will just really not, even deal with the situation. We will completely withdraw. We will basically keep it moving, press forward like it never happened. And although that might work for you at the moment so that you can assess the damage, the situation, honestly, for the long term, it is not going to work because you're going to be faced with that situation again. It's gonna basically rear its ugly head back again. So forgiveness is absolutely essential for you. Hi, Larry. What up? Thank you all for joining me from Facebook and Instagram as well. I see you on. I want you guys to comment and to get on the show. Forgiveness, it was the topic that was suggested to me by someone about 2 weeks ago. But I had some other topics already lined up for the past 2 weeks, so we went ahead and followed those. But forgiveness absolutely is important. It's imperative that you do forgive. If you do not forgive, you cannot move forward in your life. It sounds so cliche, but really, when you forgive someone, you're forgiving them for you, so you can move on. You're not necessarily forgiving what they did. Like a lot of times I tell people that you actually have to get your own closure. Because a lot of times people will not give it to you. People will not give you closure in lots of situations because to them that means that they're admitting fault. That means that I did something wrong to you. So if I did something wrong to you, if I apologize, if I try to honor your request for closure, try to have an understanding for what it is that you're trying to say to me or do with me, the problem is in that situation, a lot of times, hey, Big O, hey, Kiki, what up? The problem is a lot of times whenever you're dealing with that situation, someone wants to have closure. Basically, if they agree to have a conversation with you, talk to you about closure, about what went wrong in whatever situation it was, whether it was a family issue, friendship issue, work-related issue, co-worker issue, systematic issue, you know, our criminal or our justice system in whatever way it might be, we might have been affected by it. A lot of times that means that closure to a lot of people means this is going to be a bad conversation. This is going to be where I have to admit that I've done something wrong. So honestly, a lot of times, if you cannot get closure from the people that you're seeking it from, if you can't get those answers you're seeking, if you can't get the responses you're looking for, many times you have to actually practice forgiveness on your own. You have to get your own closure. You have to look at what part you played in it, how it was that you allowed such a thing to happen. Were your guards down? Did you have warning signs? Were there flags that told you something about it prior to what was going on? Did you feel something different? What exactly was happening with you at the moments that you were going through the feelings and situations that you were in? So absolutely necessary for forgiveness. If you hold on to that, you're holding on to that anger, you're holding on to that pain, you're holding on to that hurt, just say how you feel. A good rule of thumb is when someone hurts your feelings or they've done something to trespass against you, if you need time to think about it, go think about it so that you don't lash out, but come back and make sure that you offer forgiveness. Welcome, Roderick. Tonight's topic is all about forgiveness. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Okay, on IG, got my first comment. And he says, not forgiving gives the unforgiven power over you. Absolutely right. It most certainly does. That is very, very wise and very, very true. So basically, he's saying on IG, and go like and follow, the young old school, OLSKOOL, who has a show coming up that I'm going to see. Okay, so he's saying that not forgiving someone for their trespasses against you, basically, give them power over you. You know why? Because they can still anger you. I've been in this situation very recently where I wanted to give forgiveness. I need to clear the slate because I've been hurt about a situation for so long. Welcome, KB. Welcome, KB. Welcome. I haven't heard about a situation, you know what I'm saying? Because someone that I trusted and believed in, known for a very long time, a real solid person in my life, who've been in my life for several years since I was a little bitty girl. Welcome, Rocky. Really broke my heart because I found out that they were not keeping it 100 like they should. And it's so easy to keep it 100 with me. You don't ever have to worry about hurting my feelings. You never have to worry about me not loving you anymore or me not caring about you as a human being. Because I am highly humanitarian. I care. I have a huge capacity to love, a more huge capacity to forgive. So a lot of times all you really need to do is come to me, and I make this option available to you at all times. So the fact that this person hurt me the way that they did, it took me several months to get over it. So I reached out to the person and said, listen, I want to talk to you. We are completely disconnected from all social media platforms. We are completely disconnected from contact whatsoever by cell phone or anything. Although I know where the person lives, I will not disrespect them and go to their house. You know, I won't put them in a situation or position. So the response was not good. Welcome, Laura. The response was not good. It was not a response at all. It was basically, I want to visit this via written communication, which I'm not into because it's not going to take me very long. Written communication is not really going to go very far with me. It's not going to be beneficial to me for what I need to say. Basically, all I'm trying to say to you is that I'm over it. Have a good life. May you prosper and grow. May God bless everything you touch, everything you dream. I'm all good now. Thank you. I'm not angry with you. I hope you have a long life. But I couldn't do that. They don't want that. So because they don't want that, I have to get closure in my own way. I am utilizing techniques that I have learned. There are several techniques that you can learn. It depends on what your school of thought is. Tell you to broaden your mind, open your mind. Take a look at what works for you. Nashiba, welcome. I'm waving to everyone on Facebook and Instagram. So listen, sometimes you have to get your own closure. There are several techniques for you to do that. You are not crazy. You are absolutely not crazy. It is A-okay for you to have a conversation with yourself. You should be prayerful. You should be speaking things into existence for your world and your universe. You should be taking power and powering up from the universe on a daily basis. It's absolutely essential and necessary. You need to wipe off the negativity. Keep it away from you. Pray to your God. You know, I don't touch religion in here, but pray to your God. Pray to your universe. Make amends with those people that will not make amends with you. Just say, I forgive them. Let me be. I forgive them. Please give me the strength to move forward. I'm good. At this point in my life, they don't want to grant me the closure that I need, that I desperately need, so that I can move on, because my energy is good right now, and I don't want anything interfering with that. I'm not going to have any negative energy, no negative forces going on. It's just not what I'm trying to do at this juncture in my life, where I'm at. I'm in a very good place, so I must ask for forgiveness on their behalf. I'm going to gain my own closure. That's what I'm going to say. So absolutely, when you are angry with someone and you refuse to forgive someone, a person, it doesn't matter what their relationship was to you. When you refuse to forgive them, you allow them to maintain power over your life, over your emotions, whether you know that or not. Have you been in a situation where you can be around someone and there's nobody else on this earth that can piss you off more? There's only one person on God's green earth that can make me so angry to my soul, like fighting angry, like I just want to just knock your teeth out angry. And that's not even my nature. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, Mr. Jeff. It's even my nature to be that angry with anyone. Robert, welcome. You know what I mean? But there's one and only one person on this earth that can make me that angry. But I had to learn. Not anymore. Because that anger that I feel for them and the decisions that they made, the way they impacted my life, has given them that power over me. No one should have power over me. I have to control my emotions, because it's essential for me to control that emotion so that I'm in a good place, so that I'm receiving my blessings that are all around me. Because the place that I'm in now is a much different place than I was in 6 months ago as far as my emotional well-being. So you have to understand that it's imperative for you to be able to forgive. Because when you forgive, you regain your power. People do some dirty shit, low down, things that you wouldn't even believe that they would do. Out of control. Unbelievable things that people do in this life. Not good. But the point is that you have to learn how to forgive. You absolutely have the capacity to forgive. You just have to put it into play. If you need help with that, I absolutely say you should go and have help with that. All right. KB says, hey, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Over on Facebook and IG. And so KB, which is Kenny Brown for all of you, go follow on Facebook at Kenny Brown, BROWNE, an amazing singer, an amazing human being altogether, somebody that I'm proud to know. Says forgiveness is for us so we can move on to our next place God has for us. Remember what I said? Working for yourself, working with the universe, working with God's plans instead of against them. When you're holding on to the negative energy, it's going to continue to impact you negatively, and you are not going to get to where you should be. Anybody who's having trouble on Facebook, you can find me on IG. I am wide open there. I do not have, you can follow me. I do have to request to follow you back, of course, if you are set up that way. But you can find me at Hey Miss Hayes. It's Hey with 6 Y's. By the time you hit that 4th Y or 5th Y, you're going to find me. Hey_MS_Hayes. I've heard that IG is more kind. It's the network that I have here at the office that I utilize with this computer. I know that it goes in and out sometimes. It gives me problems. IG has always been more, but the problem is that I record on Facebook is where I'm doing my recording. It's how I move over to IG. I mean to my YouTube channel. So that's the reason why I still maintain my Facebook. Plus my following on Facebook is probably 3 to 4 times more than it is on IG, because I barely opened IG up for public, right? Because of my modeling, because of all the things that I'm developing and working on, right? Okay. Welcome. Welcome, welcome on IG. And KB says you might be able to get there, but you could mishandle what God has for you. Right. On your own, left to your own vices, and in your own time, being angry, mad, pissed off, holding in that pain and anguish you have, is going to continue to hurt you, and it's going to hamper your development. And KB is saying you can get there, absolutely. Eventually, you might be able to get there, but it's going to cost you along the way. So it's better to think about it. It's better not to react in the way that they reacted. It's better to be honest with yourself. It's better to forgive for you. Let it go. I often say just let it go. You can't control what another person does. You can't control their attitude, their behavior, and you cannot let it affect you. Welcome, welcome, Marquise, Z baby, welcome. Listen, you cannot. I used to always say this. I swear it's one of the most famous and funny things that I've ever said. I promise you. Not my circus, not my monkeys. People will do a lot of things to you. People will hurt you in ways that you never imagined you could be hurt. It happens. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. It's human nature. Trust and believe that I have seen it. I have been through it like been through it. It's no secret. I'm a human being. I'm here. I'm present. I show up. I show out. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot control the behavior of other people. And nor do I wish to at all. I have zero desire to control another person's behavior. Because why should I try that? Why should I try to do that? Welcome. Look at my beautiful friend, Miss Joanne Martinez Wilson. Welcome, welcome. Tonight's topic is all about forgiveness. Season 2, episode 16 of Fancy Let's Talk About It. So I'm glad to have all of you joining me. Please chime in with your stories or your opinions about forgiveness. Of course, we've had some really good, positive messages so far. Everyone agrees that forgiveness is absolutely essential for you in order for you to move on and to not block your blessings and what the universe has in store for you. There is a plan for your life, and by you not forgiving, not moving forward in the proper way, you can absolutely block them. You can get in your own way. I've said several times in life, stay out of your own way. You know how they say you cannot see the forest for the trees? In other words, you're blinded by what's right in front of you rather than thinking about what's in store for you, because there's a plan for you and there's a plan for your life. You absolutely have to forgive. So talk to me about a situation that you've been in that you thought you couldn't forgive. I have forgiven the unforgivable. One example I will give you that I will share with you, just because it's no secret for me, I don't feel any type of way about it. I forgive the situation that I was 2 years old. My birth father went to work one day and he never came back. 2 years old, a little baby. What baby deserves that? And a baby girl. But we learn, you know what I mean? There is pain attached to that loss. But we learn to move forward because there's a greater plan for us. There's something more in store. There's something more in store for us, for our life. So if I held on to the anger my whole entire life, I would have never entertained having a wonderful stepfather who actually I consider my dad. I have his name, right? I would have never entertained having that. But I did. If I would not have been able to have the capacity to forgive, even as a small child, not even realizing, you know what I'm saying, until I was older, I didn't have what other people had, you know, that whole thing. But truth is that I was blessed even more because I have a father who loves me, right? But if I would have held on to that anger, I probably would have mistreated all men. Probably never would have been married. I probably never would have, you know, had children. I probably would never had anything in my life that was beautiful because of the anger that I held on to. Who knows what would have happened to me if I would have held on to the anger and not granted forgiveness for those people. And so the young old school says, I've been on both sides of forgiveness. Not getting forgiveness hurts, especially when you're at fault. Yeah, because it eats you alive. I've been through that because there are people that feel like they owe me, they're indebted to me for life, that have done me dirty, and they've come back and they've said, you know, I'm sorry. And I'm like, I'm over it. Like, I'm really over it. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Like, I'm not angry. It's all good on this end. Like, I'm not mad. There's not a part of me that's even mad. I'm not even remotely angry about it. Like, I have to move on. I can't stick to being angry because that's going to consume me, my soul, my well-being, and it's going to interfere with my journey. Just like KB says, just like the young old school says, it is what it is. It's going to continue to hamper my development and my growth as not only a woman, but as a human being off top, right? And I should be measured. Our humanity should be measured more so in the way we handle and treat others more than anything in this life. We should be judged more so, not on what we bring to the table, not on what we look like or what we can offer, but what we should be judged on is what we bring to humanity, how we treat other people, how we handle the people that God puts in our path or the universe puts in our path, whatever your belief system is, you see. And so I've had people say to me, I feel terrible. I'm really sorry about what happened. You know, I wish I could take it all back. You can't take it back. It's done. I've let it go. Now you need to forgive yourself. I've forgiven you. Now it's time for you to forgive yourself. And people just do not do it. People will refuse to do it. They act like they can't do it. But a lot of times you have to understand is like people that run afoul of you, that do dirty to you, are not only doing dirty to you. Something is going on within themselves too, in most cases, where they can't be 100 with themselves. So they cannot absolutely not be 100 with anyone else either. And that's the way that it goes. That is the nature of human beings. So when someone says to you, oh, I feel terrible for what I did, I'll never, get over it, please forgive me, and that person says, I forgive you, embrace that. Take the truth. That's their truth to you. Because if it's not the truth, they're going to come out eventually, and you're going to know that it was not true, that they really did not forgive you. They really are not over it. It's just amazing to me to be where we are now. You know what I mean? Me in situations where people have done me completely dirty. Bad situations. But can I forgive? Absolutely. Do I have a capacity to forgive? Absolutely. Because I cannot hold on to it and let it control my life. Welcome, Hector. So, it's necessary. You think that people I want you to think about situations where I have a friend, I post the pictures or whatever that I go. We were 19 years old when he was murdered. He was murdered in a really bad way over some really bad conditions. And it broke me to my soul because he was my best friend, my best guy friend, right? Hey, Boone, welcome. He was my best friend. And y'all see me go, I post the picture, and I'll post my feelings about how I feel. I'm thinking about him. He's on my spirit. I'm feeling him. I go see him, what I'm saying? I'm always going to hold him down, rep him till the day, that I join him. It's just going to be what it is. He meant the world to me. He always will. He was a kind soul. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a position now to where I have the ability to communicate with the person who caused his demise. And this is something that I've been struggling with for a very long time. I am in a position to where I can communicate with the person who caused my best friend at the age of 19 demise, death, taken away from me. Do I have the capacity to forgive? Yes. Am I working on that formula? Yes. Is it hard for me? You're damn right. It's very hard for me. Even more so than that. 4 years ago, my son was taken from me by someone who claimed to love him so much. 4 years ago, he was murdered. 4 years ago. That is a pain that never, ever, ever escapes me. It will never leave me. For someone to claim that they love you and to take your life because they are jealous, they are controlling, they are worried about you having a life without them, that is absolutely not love. So am I at the place to where I want to have a conversation with this person that did this? No. But can I forgive? Yes, I'll have to forgive. I have no choice. So talk to me about difficulties in forgiving. Your girl has a whole lot of pain. If I'm able to forgive, I'm telling you that it's absolutely possible. I've experienced 2 great losses in my life. due to the hands of someone else in a malicious way. Both broke me down, broke my soul. It's hurtful, very hurtful. One, so many years ago at the age of 19. One, just 4 years ago. So I know pain and I know forgiveness. It's essential. You've got to do it. I've been in a situation with my employer. When I was employed, I work for myself now full time. But when I was working for someone else, I was always hustling on the side too. I had an employer do me really dirty, throw me under the bus, drag my name in the mud, really try to blackball me, put me in a very bad situation. Have I forgiven that person for that? Yes. Have I told them that I forgive them? No. Because they're not the person that I'm ever going to be able to have a conversation with, because they're not a good person. They're an ugly, nasty person. But I had to give them forgiveness in order to move on. I'm not mad. I'm good. And when I say to you that I'm not mad, and when I say to you that I'm good, you should listen to what I'm saying to you, because that's my true heart speaking. I am all heart. And this is the reason that I have to be as careful as I do, because I don't know how to love halfway. I don't know how to care halfway. Therefore, I reserve that part of myself for those people that are more. Hey, Rod. Rod, bless, join, and welcome. And Owen, I see you, baby. I'm waiting for your comments. I reserve that part of myself. I protect it, because you can't give all of yourself to someone. That's why I was talking about when you look at how someone has injured or harmed you or hurt you, you have to make a decision about how you're going to handle it, how you're going to work with that situation in order to achieve that level of forgiveness that you need to. Whether it's closure that you're gaining from on your own through, whatever therapy you need, through whatever means, through whatever prayers, through whatever rituals, through whatever you got to go through to get rid of that pain and forgiveness and to let it off and to gain your own closure. That's what you got to do. Forgiveness is absolutely essential. It's difficult. Forgiveness is not easy. It's not easy. Trust me, I know. I mean, I've had people claim to love me so much and harm me in so many ways. Nothing you can do. That was their choice. That's the thing that you have to first remember. They made the choice to do the things that they did. You cannot control anyone else's behavior. And it's absolutely essential that you understand and you know that. There's nothing that you can do. People are going to be people. Rob Bless, thank you, baby. He says, I forgive people. Life is too short to hold grudges. I forgive and try to forget it, because everybody deserves a chance, but don't fuck up again. And I'm filter free over here, because I believe in the real, right? And you're absolutely right. That's part of my makeup. Like if you go against me, if you do something to me, to harm me, to put me in a position, if you just really, really betray me, I'll forgive you, but I am not going to forget it, and you're not going to have the opportunity to do it again. I'll forgive you. And like I said, I'll forgive you for me, because I'm not going to allow my emotions that are attached to what you did to me to have power over me. I'm just not going to do it. So, Rod, you are very, very correct in your assertion. Forgiveness is absolutely essential. Anybody else been in a situation as to where they have felt like they were not able to forgive, or you're not ready? Listen, plenty of self-help out there. There's plenty of people that you can talk to. Hell, you can talk to me. I give you 3 examples of situations in my life. You know what I'm saying? That 3 very, and prayer. Rod Bless says prayer. You're absolutely right. And prayer. So, it's absolutely necessary. Prayer is essential. You must pray. You must forgive. You must ask for strength from the universe. You must ask for forgiveness for your part or whatever. Sometimes, one of the smartest things that I ever heard, and it's like I've applied it, because a lot of times, when you think, oh, bad things keep happening to me, and welcome, Kiki, bad things keep happening to me, or, I don't know why this situation keeps on presenting itself to me. Why am I going through this? A lot of times when you're going through that, a lot of times, those things happen to you so that you can correct those behaviors that are inviting those people and those type of situations into your life. So in other words, if you don't bump the ground, you don't scratch a knee, you don't know what pain feels like, then how can you ever correct those behaviors that are harmful to you? You will not be able to make the corrections, right? You will not. So it's imperative for you to really take a look at yourself too and say, what is it that I'm doing? How is it that I'm making decisions that allowing these people to be here to hurt me in whatever capacity, to set myself up for this, you know, hurt, pain, betrayal, failure, whatever it might be. You're doing something too. I'm not saying that it's your fault. No, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying that you also play a role in it too, and it's necessary and essential for you to determine, to decide, to figure out what it is that you're doing too. People say, oh, there's warning signs. You know, there's always warning. Yes, and we ignore them. There are plenty of warning signs when you're dealing with people. And that's just the truth. All right, so Uncle Boone, or Boone, you guys, says, for the first 17 years of my life, I watched my brother's father beat my mom until I finally fought him so much that he left. I can't forgive him. Can't forgive him because you saw the amount of pain, right? But how do you think that's affecting you not being able to forgive is what I'm asking. Because that anger has some type of control over you. If it's, whether it's emotions or whether it's the way that you handle other people. He says, I even wrote and published a book about it, but it did nothing for me. It did nothing for me, he says. So that wasn't the therapy that you need. I'll tell you what, you know, this is one thing that I learned a long time ago. You know, our inner child is so precious, and we repress and we suppress so many things, you know, that happen to us, so many bad things that happen to us. We suppress that and move on. You know, a lot of us think, oh, you know, I just keep it pushing, keep it moving, keep it going, keep it going. I'm good for that. I've been good for that my whole life. So, you know, it's just unhealthy to be, it's unhealthy to continue to hold that. So this is what I'm going to say to you. And this is my only piece of advice about that, because I really believe that. Rob Bless says the Bible says that we must forgive. Right. Right. And remember, baby, we know social media, you remember, have a huge following, you know what I mean? And remember, we're going to be sensitive, you know, about what people believe, their religions, their, you know, their affiliations and all that. We're going to be careful about that too, right? So, you know, there's nothing wrong with everyone has their own belief system, and that's what it is. So, you know, welcome Kurt, welcome Sergio, welcome Big Bro Larry, welcome you guys, welcome. And so what I'm going to say to you, Boone, in that situation is that you have to go immediately to that place where that injury first occurred. So you have to go to that inner child, and you have to go back to that place. You have to identify those feelings that you felt at that moment, and you have to deal with it at that moment, at that very first time that you were hurt with that situation. And then, you know, then you can start the process of forgiveness. It's absolutely essential for you to get to that space. You've got to get there, but it's in your own time. But remember what KB said when he said that, yeah, we can probably do it, and we can probably do it in our own time. But during that time that we're trying to do it on our own and handle it on our own, during that time that we are trying to do our own, we might be blocking, we might be interfering with the journey that's in store for us, what's in store for us, our blessings, and our next phase, our next step that we're supposed to be at. So Rob Bless says, I don't forgive my dad for being in my life, maybe for not being mine. I tried to, but I just can't. He didn't even come to my mom's funeral when I invited him. I can never forgive him, but I pray for him. And that's because you're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. You've got to get to that place where you're ready yet. I want y'all to think higher. I want you to think higher. I want you to get out of your feelings, and I want you to see black and white. I know that's painful to hear, because we are made up of emotions. We are so much of emotion. We're human beings. That's our downfall. We have the ability to choose, and we should. Free will is ours. It's what allows us to hurt other people. It's what allows us to murder, steal, kill. We have a choice. It's free will. It's what allows us to abandon people, harm people. say ugly and nasty things. It's what allows us to raise hands to women, children, men. You know, I mean, it allows us to do ugly, nasty things. Or it also allows us to do very beautiful things, impact and affect people in positive ways. See, that free will is something serious. It's something serious, because it can work for you or against you depending on where you are at in your development at that time. You got to be in the right place for that. You know what I'm saying? You know that. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more time. Trust and believe, honey. It took everything in my power, I'm telling you, to be at the funeral of my son 4 years ago, sitting across the aisle from the person responsible for the murder of my son. Think that I did not understand. Justice always comes. It don't always come in our time. It always comes the way that we think it should. Because we could have lit that place up, trust me, with the firepower that's possessed on my side of the family. But with respect for the situation at hand, at the moment, we had to do what we had to do. I had to man up, per se. It took everything in my power not to just go handle the business that needed to be handled. But that's not on me. Have I forgiven? No, I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. So you're going to do it in your time. You're going to be able to do it in your time. Everybody, the whole entire support system that I had at that funeral knew where I was. And it took everything in their power too. But I trust and believe that I had a full support system helping me. I had about a 6-foot woman, 210 pounds, full of love, full of joy, full of the Lord's Spirit, holding me back, reminding me that it's not the time for this right now, baby. It's not the time. The Lord will handle it. Everything will be handled in its time. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to look at a child thinking about the future that they might have had, about the life that you would have had with them, about the grandkids, about everything that you possibly could have had, how they were robbed of their life because someone was greedy and selfish. Talk to me about forgiveness. So forgiveness is absolutely possible. We are a work in progress. Therapy is real, and therapy is good. It's a good tool, okay? Know that. Lots of pain. But I know what to do. I have to stay out of my feelings, and I have to look at the situation from black and white. I am human being first. Yes. But it's absolutely essential for me to learn the art of forgiveness or to seek the assistance I need to be able to get that. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to get there. I've got to be able to get there. And it's necessary for me to do the things that I need to do to get there. But it's not their time, it's my time. You know what I mean? I've got to be able to get there. But I've got to be healthy to get there too. So that's part of my growth, right? Growth, you know? So, and Uncle Boone says, I definitely need therapy. Because of him, I let women walk all over me. I'm afraid of hurting their feelings. And Rob Bless says, as I grow older, I'm trying to find forgiveness in my heart. All very true, very vulnerable things. This is the reason that I love y'all, because we're very honest and open here. It's a forum for y'all. This is all for you. If we're able to impact someone in this room, in this time, if we're able to impact you to help people in your life, trust and believe that we've completed our mission here. And that was my goal with this show. Always and forever is what it is. And over here to IG, the young old school, which I told you guys to go like and follow and subscribe, says you can forgive without continuing a relationship. Absolutely. I had this conversation today with my baby sister. There was someone who wronged her in a very bad way, who was supposed to be a friend, who wronged her in a very, 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 very bad way. And, you know, the person reached out to her after 15 years. They were looking for their closure. They want their forgiveness. I told her, give it to them. That doesn't mean that they deserve to be in your life. It doesn't mean that they deserve a seat at the table. They don't. What they did was unforgivable in many ways. But let them get what they need. They're seeking redemption. Let them have it. Move on. I think it's imperative for people to ask for forgiveness for things that they've done to hurt other people. It's necessary. You can agree, you know, or not agree. I mean, so she said, you know what? You're right. Yeah, I will. You know what? Let me do that. Yeah, let me do that. Be the Hook Man, y'all. Be the Hook Man is one of the artists I've been pushing. He got this joint called Cold World, and he just hit me here on IG, and he's like, "Welcome, Christian." He's like, "Play that Cold World." It goes with the topic. It does. And the funny thing is that I knew that this topic, even though it was suggested 2 weeks ago, I knew that this topic was confirmed for me today, because my sister and I were on the same exact wavelength, and we were on forgiveness. And she's like, "You know what? That's confirmation. It's something I saw. It's something I heard. I was studying this Hawaiian art of forgiveness today. It's a technique. I was studying it. I'm telling you, there's so many ways for you to get past what you need to get past, so that you can get those blessings, so you don't interrupt your journey. You don't interrupt that journey. You need to absolutely be in the right frame of mind. It does take time. I'm 4 years in on this loss. I'm not completely there yet. I'm not ready to have a conversation with this person. I'm more years than that. I was 19 years old on the first one. So am I ready for that? I'm on the fence because I don't know. When I went 2 days ago to visit, you know what I'm saying, at the gravesite, had a conversation. I asked him to please let me know what you want me to do. What do you want me to do? What? Because I believe, he's lying in a state of wait. He's resting. He knows I'm there. So I'm asking him to give me signs. What is it that you want me to do? Do you want me to seek the answers that I need because I'm hurting so bad for this? You were 19 years old. Do you want me to do that or no? I'm looking for the confirmation. I'm listening to the universe. I'm grounded. I need to know what's going to happen. I don't know. I have the ability to do it. I have the means to go and have a conversation with this person who's sitting up on death row, and not death row, but on life. He's been commuted to life because of the laws changing. When my friend was murdered, federal law was changed to protect people that were under the age of 18 when they committed crimes. He was 17 years old when he committed the murder. So he was commuted from the death penalty, execution, or, to life. So what you hear in the background, if y'all can hear it, hopefully you can hear it well, that's going to be the Hook Man, and that's going to be Cold World. I'm playing it for you guys because he asked me to. And it actually does absolutely relate. It's where we're at right now. People don't care. People only care about themselves. People only care about what they can get from you. That's pretty much all it is. Look at what you believe, you have to look at what your belief system is. You have to make a decision for you. But I promise you, when you let go of the anger and you learn how to forgive, when you get there, even baby steps are good steps. When you get there, you're going to feel that load off of you. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to be able to get to that place. How does it sound? Can you hear it okay? That's one that we got in common, B. Good. You can call me. I'm down for you. And that's what's up. Anybody else have anything to contribute tonight about forgiveness? Any questions for me? I'm an open book when it comes to these topics. It's what this show is all about. It's about impacting you guys in a positive way. It's about being a support system to you and the people that you love and care for, because you don't always have the answers that they need when they come to you. This gives you strength. It gives you speaking points, talking points. Again, remember what I said to you. It's more about in this life, it's more about how you treat others, how you impact other people's lives more than it is about what you do for your own life and what you gain. Because you gain so much through giving. Anybody else? Welcome, Antonio. Welcome, Mariella. You're a little bit late tonight, but I'm glad to have you. You got good things to say tonight? That's what's up. I got your back. Forgiveness is a difficult topic to discuss. It's very difficult because, like I said, forgiveness means closure and forgiveness from someone, and to be able to forgive them means that a lot of people that you're absolving them, but you're really not. Really, you're forgiving for yourself. It's necessary for you to be able to forgive. You've got to be able to do that. Necessary, right? People will do you any kind of way. People will hurt you in ways that you never imagined they could hurt you. The closest people to you, will break your heart, your soul. You know what I'm saying? They will take from you. They will steal from you. They will take all of your goodness. They will lie to your face. They will talk behind your back. Your own family, a lot of times, is the worst ones, and that hurts you the most. The person that you're closest to, your spouse, your lover, your significant other, can hurt you in ways that you never imagined. And you don't want to turn out and be cold. You really don't want to be a cold-hearted person. You really don't want to blame anybody for the last person and what they did to you. You really don't want to do that. You really want to be a solid individual. You really want to be there for people and be a good person with a strong heart, a strong character. It's super difficult for you, you know what I'm saying, to even entertain, And I'm going to tell you something too. It does affect the way you treat the next person that you deal with. Friends, the notion of a friend, it becomes to be a different idea to me now. I don't call everybody my friend. We can be associates. You got to prove yourself to me. You're going to have to prove yourself to me. You have to prove yourself to me. Because I can't just allow you in my circle, and there you go. You know what I'm saying? Doing me dirty. I set myself up for that if I wasn't careful. And that's what they say, like women are scorned or whatever. Women are scorned. It's okay. Oh, and you're great. We're about to close up anyway in a few minutes. It's not a problem. I love it when you come on. Hey, Kenny. What up? So, that's how it goes. When you allow, they say, oh, a woman scorned. Oh, she'll never be good for another man again. Oh, she's a good girl gone bad. Oh, I ruined a good heart. No. You just made her more wise. You showed her the things. Hopefully she learned something from it. Because a good girl has to have dealings with a bad guy, and vice versa. A good man has to have dealings with a bad chick, not even a bad chick like you talk about me, but like a bad female, a bad woman who's done him dirty. You got to know that. You got to go through those things to be able to appreciate a good one. You got to be able to appreciate a good one. So you got to know what bad is so that you can know what good is, so that you don't take them for granted. You don't overlook them and what they're bringing to your life. You see what I'm saying? It's absolutely essential and necessary for you to recognize that. So a lot of times you have to experience hardships and pain in order for you to be able to do it, to be able to decipher what's real from fake. But when people do ugly things to you and they hurt you, that's who they are. That's their character. It's not a knock on you. It's not a reflection of who you are. You got to be careful, with who you swap energy with. You've got to be careful who you spend your time with. You've got to be very careful of who you give your love and compassion to. It's absolutely necessary for you to pay attention. So, welcome, Lee, and welcome everybody on IG and Facebook. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So forgiveness is a difficult topic. It's been difficult to have discussion about. You know, we think about it. We wonder, what are we going to do? How are we going to get past this part in our life? I want you to think of something. I want you to remember something. Every day is a blessing and every day is a lesson. So remember that. If we are graced with the first sunlight tomorrow, we are blessed. We are here. We have something more to offer to the universe. We're good to go. Y'all, if y'all give me just 1 minute, okay? Give me 1 minute. I have a special guest. Give me 1 second, okay? Be right back. Come this way. All right. Okay. I'm back. I told you I'll be right back. All right. There you go. All right. No, you're fine. It's no problem. And then we pause and we end it. I'm good on that. That one's good. All right. Okay. So look, unless y'all have anything else for me. Unless y'all have anything else for me tonight about forgiveness. Hey, boss, what up? I see you there. What's happening? Kidding. What up? I'm gonna see you probably Saturday. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm being, but yeah. All right, boss. So, do you have anything about forgiveness? If not, I gotta roll. Gotta go. I mean, I'll get quite a bit. A lot more after. Yeah, I've the same people that actually participate with me all the time, and I get more follows and more views and stuff. But yeah. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. Just want to say that I appreciate you for joining me, like always, every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard on Facebook and Instagram Live. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram at Hey Miss Hayes. It's Hey with 6 Y's _MS _Hayes. I will add you. Well, you can just follow and I will follow back. If not, I will see you guys next Wednesday. DM me, email me, text me, whatever way of communication you have with me for your next topic. Again, I choose your topics. What you suggest is what we go by. So I will see y'all next week, next Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard. Remember, there's always a little time to be fancy, and that's me. I'll see y'all next week. Good. 9 p.m.